on stage today. His name is Oliver Dimo, who will be with us to just talk about that. But before we get to that, why don't you take a look at things that were happening yesterday. Number one, Ruto has inaugurated the construction project of an electricity distribution station in the Kimuka area of Kajiado West, Kajiado County, to ensure residents across the country have access to electricity. President William Ruto, accompanied by Kajiado Governor Ole Lenku, Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah, and some stakeholders from the energy sector within the country, said that the station is crucial for approximately 600,000 people who will benefit from the project and bring light to every home. The Governor Ole Lenku thanked the national government for this step to bring light to the beneficiaries of the project, including the residents of Kimuka.
I want to take this opportunity on behalf of people of Kajiado kukukaribisha hapa. Tumekuja hapa viongozi wote ili kuja kusimama na wewe unapo launch mradi hii muhimu sana ya taifa letu la Kenya. Your Excellency, tumefurahi kwa maagizo kwamba wale ambaye wako na karibu na hizi laini kubwa za stima wapate stima. Leo umetoa maagizo sababu ya watu wa Kimuka, lakini nikueleze kuna laini kadhaa kubwa kama hii, kuna ya Isinya, kuna ya Imali, ile inaenda na Manga. Tuhakikishe kwamba watu wanaishi karibu na hii stima wanapata stima. Na nyinyi wana Kajiado, mjue stima ni muhimu sana kwa maendeleo, kwa industry kidogo kidogo. Na kwa hivyo rais anapozindua hizi mradi anatusaidia katika mambo ya industries zetu na biashara ndogo kwa vijana.
Hii substation tunafungua hapa ni substation ya muhimu sana. Watu karibu 1,600 watafaidika kutokana na huduma itakayotoka katika substation hii. Watu wa Kikuyu, watu wa Kabete, watu wa Ngong, mpaka Magadi, mpaka Karen, ambao wamekuwa na matatizo ya stima, hasa jioni stima inapotea. Kwa sababu ya substation hii, hiyo shida sasa tumeiondoa kwa kikamilifu. Hapa tumetumia pesa karibu shilingi bilioni 3 na imekuwa ni ushirikiano kati ya serikali ya Ufaransa na serikali ya Kenya. Nataka nishukuru serikali yao kwa kuungana na serikali ya Kenya ili tuweze kuweka huduma ya stima katika taifa letu la Kenya.
President William Samuel Ruto at the inauguration ceremony of the electricity station continued to call on Kenyans not to accept any violence or unrest, stating that Kenya is a democratic nation. President Ruto said that every citizen has the opportunity to express themselves and provide suggestions to the government to ensure national cohesion and unity. He continued to condemn foreign countries for organizing and setting plans against the wishes of Kenyans, stating that Kenya is a democratic nation and wants peace to be maintained.
Ile kitu mimi nataka niwaulize ndugu zetu wa Kenya. Tusikubali nchi yetu iharibike, ama tulete fujo, ama mambo ya vita, ama mambo ya ambayo itaharibu amani ya taifa letu la Kenya. Sisi ni nchi ya demokrasia. Si ndio? Sisi ni nchi ya demokrasia. Na katika demokrasia wananchi ndio wanaamua. Na wanaamua katika uchaguzi. So kila mtu ajipange. Mimi najipanga hii uchaguzi tutakutana. Si ndio? Hakuna problem. So hakuna haja ya kuharibu amani ya nchi. Hakuna haja ulete fujo Kenya. Hakuna haja ya kujaribu kutumia njia ya mkato. Wananchi hawa ni werevu na ndio wanaamua vile Kenya itasonga mbele. Tunaelewana jameni? Na wale wanajaribu kufanya mambo kule ngambo sijui wapi kupanga mambo ya nini, mimi nataka niwaambie Kenya is a democratic nation. Amani ya nchi, si ndio? Hakuna problem. So hakuna haja ya kuharibu amani ya nchi. Hakuna haja ya ulete fujo Kenya. Hakuna haja ya kujaribu kutumia njia ya mkato. Wananchi hawa ni werevu na ndio wanaamua vile Kenya itasonga mbele. Tunaelewana jameni? Na wale wanajaribu kufanya mambo kule ng'ambo sijui wapi kupanga mambo ya nini, mimi nataka niwaambie Kenya is a democratic.
Now, President Ruto urged Kenyans to be calm and wait for the general election in 2027 to change leaders whom they feel have not fulfilled their promises. Now, responding to calls for his resignation for the first time from those opposing his administration and board of leadership, President Ruto emphasized that leaders who fail to meet the expectations of the citizens will be removed from office, while those who succeed in fulfilling their constitutional duties will have the opportunity to continue serving the people of Kenya. His statement was supported by the majority leader in parliament, that is Kimani Ichung'wah, who warned those trying to disrupt the Kenya Kwanza administration with malicious politics to wait for the decision of the citizens at the ballot.
Yale mambo umeona juzi ikitokea Kenya ni sababu they are political scavengers, people who imagine they can scavenge, people who wanted to divide our country first along ethnic lines. Political scavengers, Your Excellency, who wanted to divide our country even along class lines. Those political scavengers, Your Excellency, we want to tell them to wait for the next elections in 2027. Let them come and sell their agenda to the people of Kenya. As the people of Kenya, look at your track record on development matters as you promised them when they elected you. Therefore, let us tell those political scavengers, whether you imagine you will divide the people of Kenya on the basis of their regions, on the basis of their ethnic communities, woe unto you. Kenyans are way ahead of you, and they will vote for their leaders based on their track record.
Mimi nataka vile vile muelewe ya kwamba vile tunasonga mbele ni kuhakikisha ya kwamba kila kiongozi, kila mmoja wetu tujue ya kwamba pale 2027 tutafanya mtihani na hawa wananchi, na kila mtu atakuja na kazi yake amefanya. So hakuna haja ya kusumbuana hapa katikati. Wacha tungoje hii mtihani, kila mtu afanye hii mtihani, tuone nani wa kupita nani wa kuanguka. Si ndio? Ama mnasemaje watu wa Ngong? Ya, na nchi ndio wanaamua. Na wanaamua katika uchaguzi. So kila mtu ajipange. Mimi najipanga hii uchaguzi tutakutana. Si ndio? Hakuna problem. Si ndio? Tutakutana kwa uchaguzi na kila mtu atakuja atandike kazi yake ile amefanya. Na nyinyi wananchi ni watu werevu. Nyinyi mtajua huyu amefanya kazi apite, huyu ameshindwa na kazi aende nyumbani. Story finish.
Leader of the Azimio coalition, Raila Amolo Odinga, has said that he has received the messages from Kenyans opposing the handshake plan with the President William Ruto. Now, in a post on the social network X, formerly known as Twitter, Raila Amolo Odinga appeared in a photo with Senators Edwin Sifuna, Eddie Oketch, and Crystal Asige, amongst others. There has been an uproar among the youth about Raila's call for national dialogue. An announcement yesterday after the signing of the IEBC bill. President Ruto and the former Prime Minister agreed to start a 6-day conference involving various sectors, including the youth, to find a lasting solution to important national issues.
Na kwa vijana, pongezi kwa kujitokeza kwa wengi ili kupigania nchi yetu, haswa vijana wa Mombasa, na pia tunampa pongezi gavana wetu kwa kujitokeza pia kuja kutusaidia. Kando na hayo yote pia mimi nina furaha kwa ascensioning ya bill ya IBC leo, ambapo mimi nina imani itatupa fursa sisi vijana wanasiasa hapo mbeleni. Kwa hayo machache naweza sema we have the hopes and dreams, but we lack the ways and means.
The status of our country is currently wanting, and many of the students or the university students depend on help to enable them proceed with their education. And the reduction by the government from 10 billion to 3.5 billion, we are against that. And we are asking the government to rethink of their action or to rethink of their decision. Most of the students come from background where they depend on the sponsorship either by the government or sponsors by non-government organization. Currently, as I'm speaking here, there are students who are supposed to register for their November series at the Kenya Coast National Polytechnic, but they are unable to register because of fee issues.
Like last week, we had a friend who was arrested. The reason being alikuwa ona pikipiki. So there's that assumption that ukionekana unapita na pikipiki umebebana tuseme wewe na mwenzako, it's a challenge. You can't even go to a place with your friend with a motorbike. Inakuwa ni challenge kubwa sana, unajiona ni kama yani unaonekana ni kama wewe ndio miongoni mwa wale ambao mmeleta hizo rabsha kwa sababu ya kubebana na hizo pikipiki. So what I'll urge is polisi tukue makini sana wakati wa kufanya mambo kama haya.
Welcome to the Dailies, the newspaper review. Now, we kick it off with the Star. Backlash forces Raila out of state dialogue. Kalonzo says he won't engage in any process that appears to sanitize Ruto. My thoughts on this, it's too late. Just do whatever it is you were about to do. Besides, if you're going to change whatever it is you were doing based on what people said, that means you have no brain of your own to do what you think is right for the people of Kenya. If at all whatever you were doing with Ruto was right, do it. And let's see where that will take you. Stop pretending to. Anyway, rain to let up this weekend but cold to persist, says the meteorological department, which means it's gonna be cold but not rainy. Then the motorbike thugs attacked 10 women and kids in Naivasha alone. A lone suspect has stabbed and seriously injured more than 10 women and children in Kayole Estate in Naivasha in the last 2 weeks. Kind a bit of a sad story over there. Then Malim casualty as Kalonzo cracks whip on the rebel MPs. That is Malim and anybody who voted yes for the finance bill, they are about to face the knife. Now, up to the task, relay team vow to punch above their weight as at the Paris Olympic Games. That is what is happening on the sports, the Star newspaper. Now, we go to the Daily Nation. The Daily Nation, the last time, where are they? Those photos of 5 people, that is Denzel Omondi, his body was found in a dam in Juja. Yeah, so what happened to him? It's more of what happened. And then from Denzel, we have Isa Osman Guyo, who is missing. We also have Lewis Ngunyi, missing as well. Nura Abdi and Stephen Kigathe, who are on the headlines or who are on the front page of the Daily Nation. The last time Mukhtar Tache, Ali, Nura Abdi, Diba and Isa Osman were seen was on July 6th as they left a restaurant in Isiolo town. They were seized by police officers and bundled into waiting vehicles. The trio is among at least 18 people who have gone missing across the country and are suspected to be in the custody of security agencies over the youth protest. Are they still alive? And when will they be released? That is the question on the minds of friends and family, as well as the nation at large. Now, Raila's handshake dilemma as Kalonzo walks away. While Mr. Odinga's ODM is backing calls for national dialogue announced by Ruto, the opposition chief says he has received reports from some of his party leaders that a majority of Kenyans are against a handshake with the president. And Kalonzo Musyoka, on the other hand, Wiper Democratic Movement party leader, says he is not interested in joining hands with the Kenya Kwanza government as he does not want anything to do with President William Ruto's administration. Too late. Too late. Now, Biden backs to vote hunt despite calls to quit the contest. I will not even talk about the US elections. It's just out of this world. Health, we will post interns in batches. Health CS Nakumicha says her hands are tied on posting and payment of medical interns and announces some 552 interns will be posted as she awaits a court ruling on the same matter come September. Remember, they were saying Occupy, Afya House, reject health ministry, and also the other hashtag was Nakumicha must go. It is a tough day for the public leaders. Now, reinstate revoked health cover. That is what the COPET is urging the state. The story is at the back of the Daily Nation. Now, the Standard newspaper has really caught my attention. Raila backtracks again in a series of missteps. Opposition leader yesterday said he was not for a handshake after a backlash from Gen Z over dialogue suggestions, and that the government commits to paying 165 billion pending bills. Then queries raised over missing billions at the Kenya Revenue Authority. Then, of course, the Standard, a country mourns, Kiuna touched many lives. They have touched on that. CBK's taste for fine whiskey flies in the face of austerity talks, featured there. But now the main story that is on the face of the Standard is misadvised. Blame it on Ruto, the Attorney General says. Now, this story, in a bold step, Attorney General Justin Muturi has come out to say that the president does not consult him on a number of key decisions in spite of being the chief legal advisor on various legal issues. And that is why the government has been a butt of jokes in corridors of justice. Three things mentioned that he was not consulted or his advice was not sorted after or followed was: number one, military deployment, number two, police brutality, and number three, the public debt audit. That is a story and a half courtesy of the Standard newspaper. The back of the Standard, of course, sparkling Spain reach Euros 2024 final the difficult way. Sparkling Spain reach Euro 2024 finals the difficult way. Yes, we know the finals to the Euros. We will be having the finals of the Euros this weekend. We hope that your team will win. Otherwise, I still support Arsenal. I can't wait for the resumption of the EPL, which will be in a month or two. Yeah? That sums up the newspaper review. My name is Consolata Chibalonza. I'll be back. Let me go and get Oliver Dimo, and we will be back for the discussion live on set. I am sure you want to have a look at this.
You are watching EBN TV, transforming your world.
Okay, so my name is Oliver Dimo. So Oliver Dimo is a jack of all trades, as people say. So I'm an actor, I'm a scriptwriter, I'm a director. I'm a fashion and interior designer. I'm a voiceover artist. What else do? I do a lot of things in art. So my life revolves around art. So that is me in a nutshell.
All right, so today we just want to talk about the life on set. You know, what people see on TV, and sometimes people just think it just happens. It just happens, like equal to. What is a set, first of all? What makes a good set?
You know, filming is wide. And you know, the audience only watch the final product.
Yeah.
They don't know what happens behind the scene. There's what we call a pre-production. So we prepare for production before we go to set. You know, set now is the overall host. You know, set is the overall host. It hosts all the actors, the crew, the equipment, and everything. So without a set, we don't have film.
No.
Without a set, we don't have what do you call it? We don't have a good script.
Yeah.
So set determines a lot. Determines the script, determines the number of cast and crew to work with. So generally, set means a lot in filming because I say set is the background, or rather the backdrops of film. Same to the stage on the stage performances. We have the backdrops and stuff. So now in filming we have the set. Yeah, set hosts everything. Yeah.
So how do you come up with the set? Like what dictates a set?
So first, that's what I say. There's something called a pre-production. So for us to come up with a film, a lot of people are involved.
Yeah.
So let's say the scriptwriter comes with the script. So these scripts, the way they have written as a scriptwriter, they have everything at the back of their mind.
Yeah.
So they know, I'm writing this script based on this scene is going to take place at this particular place, at this particular time. So that means there must be a group.
Yeah.
We call them a crew. Let's say a management or the production management. They have to sit down. So each and every person has to be delegated the role.
Yeah.
For instance, the scriptwriter will give out the script.
Yeah.
We have the script supervisor who is going to supervise the script. We have the location manager who also has to read the script to understand the whole script. And also they have to coordinate with the scriptwriter. Then the location manager now have the mandate to go and look for the set. So this is what we call reconnaissance. We have to carry the reconnaissance. We call it reke. First of all, that's a pre-visit in short. So you have to go and identify a location that fits the script description. So once you get the location, so the whole crew has to go now to the location. That is now the script supervisor, the lighting, the light and sound people, the camera people. So the aim of this, the camera person has to go and look at the location to determine the angles they're going to take. The lighting person and the sound, these will have to go and see how the environment is. Will the environment favor their sound? Will the environment favor their lighting? So those are some of the factors that you have to key in whenever you're going to find a set. That's why you find that you might be watching a film, then the set is so attractive, but you don't know what it has taken them to find that perfect shot and also to find that perfect sound in that particular set. That's why it's very difficult for us to shoot at some places. So a set is very crucial when it comes to film. Very crucial.
Now, I have seen some of your work. You are a DIY specialist. What inspires you to come up with these creative ideas that I have seen you do, especially on set or in houses, or maybe to someone's living room, or even to your own? What's the inspiration behind that?
You know, as a creative director, who I am, that is, as a creative director, you always have to be thinking, because the aim is to always be unique every time, because you have to progress and also to bring new things to the audience. If you bring the same thing to the audience, they'll get bored very fast. And you know, when the audience get bored,
it's over.
That's over for you. So as a creative director, you always have to create every new things every time. So for instance, my DIY projects are always inspired by I always love being unique. So that's why you'll find me making things out of very weird things. Like you see me making the house bakers using tissue cores. You'll see me making things using the pipes. I can make even a chandelier using the tissue cores themselves. I can also make things using the plastic spoons and stuff. Simply because I want to bring something new to the audience. So at least let the audience know that it's not always about going to buying expensive things for the set. Little thing matters. It's only how you transform them. So that's why you'll find me doing a lot of unique things. I don't advocate buying everything. Yeah, 90% of my things
Self-made.
DIYs. Yeah.
All right. So back to life on set. Is it possible to? Can the cast dictate the kind of set you will use?
Not really. They don't have that much say. Reason being, the main agenda or the main reason for the cast to be there is to deliver the lines, to execute the storyline. So that's why you'll never find a cast going to do reconnaissance on the set. Yeah, because to them, they're just there to be directed. You see? So the only role there is to execute the role they have been given to perfection. Yeah, so a little percent, maybe 0.7%. Yeah.
You said you are a creative director,
Yeah.
and then there are different types of directors that you've seen. A casting director, and then I've had creative director, and then there's film director. Are all those different things, or it's just one thing with different names?
Different things. Yeah. Because you see, a casting director might not be good when it comes to script directing, right? So a casting director will only give the production the cast, because they also have to go through the script to understand the description. There's what we call a character bible. Yeah, so a character bible will guide the casting director, because a character bible describes each and every character in detail when it comes to the age, the character, the body physique, the color complexion. So the casting director will now have to fetch actors across everywhere. So once they do that, they bring the cast now to the management. That is the script director, and just to confirm if the description and the cast themselves match. I will have the creative director. Like the creative director now comes to us, whereby we are on set. We have to add some salt on this direction, you see. So maybe let's say it's a romance scene. Then I'm told, you have to tell this girl I love you. So, a normal person will say, I love you. But now the creative director will come in when, can't we do it like this? Like, can't we just twist it and say like, yeah, I love you. Give it some. So that's the role of a creative director. We also have the directors now on the production team. Now those are behind the post-production. That is when they're doing screening and stuff. So those directors have their different roles, but they are aligned in the same line. Yeah, that's the only thing that is there in the similarity.
In Kenya right now, is this, let me call it just the set industry, how is it?
We're improving by there. Kenya, if you watch Kenyan movies nowadays, we're improving like big time. The step we've made, because you'll realize the cameras that we're using nowadays are more advanced than the one we used to use before. Nowadays we use the HDs, the 4K, the 8K. We use the Reds, the Black Magic. But no, in the past we used to use the small Sonys. The resolution wasn't that good. But nowadays, Kenyan, when it comes to the set, we're really improving so much, very much, and very soon. I don't think there's large competition nowadays in Africa. Kenya, we are making big step every time.
But I think there is competition. What is it that the Kenyan film industry makers are not doing that the Nigerians, for instance, are doing, and it's working for the Nigerians? And what are we not doing that we're not getting to where Nigerians are?
We can't do a great comparison between Kenya and Nigeria. Nigeria, that was their, let me say, their livelihood from back then. They realized film long time ago, and they got that support. So as Kenya, though we realized it long ago, but we are doing it locally. Because see the likes of Vitimbi, Mahakamani. So there was that language barrier whereby it could only be watched by people around us, right? But Nigeria, when they started the filming, they started with the English language, whereby it could spread easily. And also their support boosted them, because they infuses it with their culture. So it became so unique, whereby whenever you could watch Nigeria, you could see some uniqueness, some different, right?
You knew.
Yeah, you could know this is Nigerian movie. That's why they call Nigerian movie, not is Nollywood.
Nollywood,
yeah, it's Nollywood, but people like that's Nigerian movie.
Yeah.
You get it? Even if it's from Ghana, that's
The
Nigerian movie. You get
yeah.
it? Yeah. So they came and occupied the space, and they used it very well. They utilized it very perfectly. Look at their dressing.
Yeah.
It was so unique. So at the same time, they could sell their culture. They could sell their they could sell their attires market. They could sell their own language.
Yeah.
Because how they spoke, or rather how they speak in Nigeria's movie, there's some unique accent, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So those are some of the factors that made them blow. So as Kenyan, we've come to realize that now we have to go international. That's why you'll find Kenyan movies and Kenyan series. Our English are very
It's
awesome
document,
and articulate, whereby it could be watched globally.
Yeah.
So, and that has also made even the Nigerians themselves fitting in that.
That line, yeah.
Yeah, that line, because nowadays we shoot modern movies.
Yeah.
Not the traditional movies that we had to paint our faces and stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why we are coming in.
Okay, Kenya, South Africa, what are the differences?
Kenya, South Africa. Not big difference, but it's only that the production matters.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. For instance, Kenyan, and I'll say, the only issue that we have in Kenya is a bit of corruption in the production. Yeah, that's a fact, and everybody knows it's out there in the domain. South Africa, they do it with diligence, because whereby when it comes to their execution, they don't just play with this execution. They do their research. Then when they come with a movie, it's a movie that can be watched globally.
Yeah.
They don't just release movies anyhow.
Yeah.
They release movie once in a while, but it's a movie that can be watched.
Yeah.
Which Kenya, we're coming in that line. If you realize, we have a lot of series that you guys have to watch from Kenya. Yeah.
What is the marketing strategy for Kenya? Because personally, I find that most Kenyan films, especially the good ones, have been made available into Kenyan platforms majorly. Because if I want a good Kenyan film, I'll get it maybe, for example, in View Sasa, and and people are selling it out there, but they're not on YouTube. Like the good films, the heavy films, they're not on YouTube, and sadly, they're not even on Netflix. Some may have their content out there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 films, maybe on Netflix, maybe one I always say this out loud, and I'm not ashamed, very pathetic series in Netflix. Maybe that one got by Bahati, got there, but Kenyan content is not readily available. Why is that? Why is the need to hide it? Why is the need to really try to milk the money from it so high?
So, currently they are. Before, they weren't. That one I can agree. But nowadays, the good film that we have in Kenya, the good film being produced in Kenya, you'll find them on Showmax.
Yes.
Right? Like 90% on 85 Showmax. Showmax is watched globally. A pinch of it, you'll find it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Nowadays, a lot of movies from Kenya, we are selling them on Netflix.
Yeah.
So they have realized we have good content.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of content.
Yeah.
For instance, if you check the previous content we used to shoot, and this everybody will agree with me, quality matters.
Yeah.
There's no need of marketing something that is not of high quality.
Yeah.
And that's why you'll realize a lot of movies from Kenya are only being uploaded on YouTube because they knew, okay, fine, this thing we've shot with phone. You see, we've shot this thing with phone. The lighting was not that good, the sounding. And let me tell you, when it comes to screening for the approval for your movie to be on Showmax or Netflix, a lot of things are involved.
Yeah, yeah.
The sound check are done to the latter. Not the one that we are used to use, the lapel mic and stuff. They do sound check to the latter. So those are some of the things, or maybe the strategy we are using right now, where we are improving our technical team. That's why we are acquiring more advanced cameras. We are acquiring more advanced sound. That's why you'll hear a production saying we've imported things from.
Yeah.
Because they know even if it will take a year to produce this movie, but we are taking something of quality to Showmax and Netflix. So that's why nowadays you'll find at least some of our movies are there out there. Netflix, Showmax, the likes of Disconnect. It's a very good movie, a very good series. The likes of, let me say, Volume, the recently short Volume, very awesome. So those are some of the movies that we have on Netflix that are from Kenya and of good quality. So the strategy is investing on advanced equipments. That's the strategy. Nothing else. So once you have good thing, they'll look for you themselves.
Then themselves they come and they approach you. All right. We have we've been seeing the content creators in Kenya right now are known for comedy, comical content. Comical content. Yes, thank you. They're known for comical content. Is it okay? Do you think they should change maybe to something different? It's just okay with what they do?
They should not change because, if you have a certain or other specific content with you, let's say if you're a comedian, you're a comedian. So I can't come and change you from a comedian to something else, So the only thing that matters here is now, how are you improving your comedy space? So how are you adding some spices in your comedy space so that at least people will receive it in a different way, right? For instance, let's just pinpoint some of the comedians or maybe the comedy content creators in Kenya. The like of Flacco and Crazy Kana. When they started before, you could see they could just use the phone, the selfie. They could use selfies, literally selfies, right? But nowadays they have a crew. They have a production. Initially, they used to shoot reels. 30 seconds content, 2 minutes, right? But nowadays they're coming up with now a series with a title. For instance, Flacco has the weekend dosage, goes up to 15 to 20 minutes. 20 minutes, a whole story, but it's a comedy, edutainment. It has a what do we call it? It educates at the same time it entertains. So same to Chris Gana. Nowadays they come with a good chunk of content, 7 minutes to 10 minutes. You love the whole time, right? So it's only a matter of stay in your lane, but improve in advance.
Grow in it.
Exactly.
All right. Let's talk about airplay. We know of this hashtag play Kenyan content, hashtag watch Kenyan content, but do we get the same on our televisions? Now I'm not talking about the internet or the global space, but the local space.
Not really. Because you'll agree with me, when it comes to airplay and on the Kenyan content, we are given a little space. For instance, many television or maybe TV stations, they'll give Kenyan airplay 30 minutes. That is from 7:30 to 8. Then they'll take a whole soap from 8 to 9. Knowing very well this is a prime time. Because I know you are in this space, prime time and stuff. So this is a prime time whereby a lot of people now sit down watching. You see? So we are promoting a foreign content and giving our own content at a little time when people are not even home. Nowadays you'll see the likes of Tidy High. They're now from 5:30. Who is at home at 5:30?
No one.
Right? The likes of Inspector Mwala, 5:30. Another problem that we do as Kenyans, we are really being monotonous. The same content has been on TV for 12 years. Why? 12 years, why? Yet we have new and fresh contents that when we just give them a chance on TV, they can blow the industry of Kenya. I know of a lot of people with good contents, but they've never made it to TV. The reason why, there's some fishy businesses going on. So that's the problem we have. We're not supporting our content fully.
Now, when it comes to the right content, and I can say this boldly, we have seen some content that has been produced out there, especially in the local airplay, not being up to par. For instance, I'm also a director and also in the directing space. There was a TV station that featured a series in the same time period, 7:30 to 8 p.m. 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. And the acting was poor. It was pathetic, but it still got that, it still got that show and it got a huge following. Why is that?
Yeah, I maybe I know the series you're talking about because it was talked about by many people. Everybody could see the characters were not executing the roles
absolutely
at all.
Nothing. Yeah.
So this is the thing, because I know we have the DCIs in film. The DCIs they know how to dig and find out how this person got this role.
Yes.
And to realize. This thing we call in Kenya kujuana is very bad. By this, it's spoiling the industry. So you find this person, the mother works at this production. I mean, the aunt knows the producer of this and stuff. That's why you see nowadays auditions in Kenya, they're just for formalities. Auditions. You might go for audition, but already they have the cast. So they're just doing this for formality to show the management that we've done a public audition. So you might go and audition for a role and execute it perfectly, knowing very well you've passed. But eventually you see the same role being done with a person, like you won't be happy.
Unakasirika.
Yeah, unakasirika too, because now what is this? Another thing is, let me say, being selfish and greed, because the same producer is given the airplay on that same TV station for like 10 and 15 years. So when other new people and other new and fresh minds are coming with their content to submit, they just put in drawers. If they don't even reach the management, because they know if they reach the management, we are out of the market. So they're now struggling to come up with the content, ending up repeating the same storyline they had in the previous series. And the actors they're bringing on board, pathetic. So that's the only problem we are having now in Kenya.
What can be done?
I guess it's difficult what can be done, but if it could be possible to just flash them, let's just come with an hashtag, just the way we came up with the reject finance bill. Let's just come with an hashtag and push it. From there, at least it will raise the eyebrows of the management and staff. Then from there, they might maybe allow other fresh minds to bring their content publicly to see. Now prove us that you don't want this to be on TV. So prove us with what you have. And I'm very sure a lot of people have stories. Give an example of Abel Mutua. Abel Mutua's story are scripts. If you just put them on script, they can produce good movies.
True.
He done a story of Click Click Bang. Did a move of the same. It was perfect.
Amazing.
So those are some of the things that we are lacking. We don't support such. But let me tell you, when you take that person to write for your script, it can be a very awesome series. We have young people who are directing nowadays the traveling theater. Those directors and producers, they have good scripts. But now reaching the TV station, they submit their work, no callback. They try to follow up. They've always being told, we'll call you, we'll reach back to you. But now they keep on seeing new series being produced, but the same producers, same names, so it becomes boring. That's why nowadays, to be sorry, I don't watch Kenyan content, the series, the long series. It's better, let me go to YouTube, watch a content of my friend, whom I know, maybe whom I don't know. Better that way.
And it is true, because I have realized that some of the best producers and best acts are actually on YouTube because they have nowhere else to go. If maybe they don't have, as you just mentioned earlier, maybe they don't have the gadgets or the facilities or the equipment to take them to Showmax, to take them to Netflix. So instead of staying at home and wallowing, they just decide, you know what, I'm going to shoot, I'm going to put my content out there on YouTube, and they're getting whatever it is they're getting. Now, which brings me to maybe the final thing we're going to talk about is the fake reality shows that we have. I'm not even going to go to Bahati. That I will say the name, and you all know because I have done, I don't know, that show is just not it. But we have very many other fake reality shows For example, the fake sijui lie test, sijui what. There is a lot of fake content in the name of realities. What do you think about that?
I don't think if I've ever agreed that there's a real reality show. What I believe in, whenever you watch anything, so long as there's a camera, I don't think it's a reality. The only thing that is a reality before the camera, maybe the news, the protests, there's something going on. But anything planned that, people are dressed well, people are conversing, there's some transition of shots, and then tell me that's a reality, it's very rare. Because I don't think a person will just come to your place, you call it real, okay, they take their sweet time to set up the camera, mic you.
Yeah.
Yeah? They have that time of miking you, camera, sound and light. Then action, then tell me that's a reality. Not a reality. Because that's just a script.
Yeah.
Reality shows are just scripts. They're only trying to, maybe they're just trying to pass a message of maybe how a person might live, or a person can live their life and stuff. And it has been contributed with a lot of faking life on social media. So I don't think if there's any real reality show in Kenya.
So content is content. You just know how you're getting content.
Yeah, create a content, call it reality show. It can work. But now the thing, the biggest challenge we have in Kenya is not the social media, whereby a person, that's why you said, you see a person acting on TV, but when you look at them, they're not actors. They're just trying to force.
Yeah.
This is the reason number one. You go to social media, you look for a person who has numbers. Yeah, this person has numbers because maybe he or she is just a dance on TikTok.
Yeah.
He just gained followers through some dubious ways and stuff. But now take that person, because now he has numbers. Let me take him or her to my show to create the audience.
Yeah.
Not knowing that this person, the followers maybe are just dormant.
Yeah.
But now there's this person with 700 followers doing great things, but you just ignore that person because of the numbers. So that's one of the biggest also challenge we have. Yeah.
Well, so we have a long way to go.
We have a long way, but we're coming.
You're coming.
What I can say, keep on posting your things. You never know who might be seeing. Yeah, so long as it's genuine, even if you have 300 followers and 500, keep on posting them.
Keep on posting them.
Yeah.
All right, your final words as we sum it up.
The final words when it comes to the filming industry.
Yeah.
If you are a content creator, if you are, you call yourself a content creator, you call yourself an actor, keep on creating the content, because I know we have a lot of challenges when it comes to finding the location, getting the equipments, the resources to do your content, because people say, let's do it zero budget. There's nothing like a zero budget. Nothing like a zero budget. You have to hire, let me say, a camera, pay some two, three things, buy some things to use as props. So the only thing you can do, let's come as a team, try to fetch some money from ourselves, then produce a movie, produce a series from our own pockets, however little it can be. So long as it's a good thing, someone will see it, and maybe they'll pitch in, and now sponsor it to be a big thing. So if you're a content creator, keep on creating content and posting them. You never know the day that you'll blow.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dimo, for your time. It's been amazing. I am a film enthusiast, and such discussions warm my heart. And I'm sure I've had the talks here at EBN. We are talking, and plans are underway. Good things are coming, guys. Good things are coming. We shall not be. Tumesema hii mwaka hatutaki dialogue ni kusema na kutenda. So we are working on that, and I'm sure we will involve you till anything comes through. But until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for choosing EBN TV this morning. My name is Chibalonza Consolata, together with Oliver Dimo here. We wish you a nice day, a great weekend. I'll see you at 1 for news. Bye.